Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Now you might be wondering, Rini, what are you doing in Kalusha? Okay, maybe you aren't wondering, but hi, I'm in Kalusha. We are officially into Endwalker in terms of recording this. Base Endwalker has come out, yada yada yada. So there's a few things I want to go over before we actually get back to the story, namely monk changes. Monk has changed sorta decent bit. Riddle, fire, earth, wind, gone. Goodbye. Sayonara. Kinda sad about it. We've got this master's gauge here now. I actually need to... Probably should have done this bit first, but, let me adjust the master's gauge. Master gauge! So... No, what? Random person! Go away! I'm doing stuff. Master's gauge! So we now have these little buttons here, or this little line of things here. Let's get it so it's like not in an annoying spot. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Start hitting enemy. Well, striking dummy. I'm just doing a level 81 because it's easier. Also, you can see my little cat fight. Yeah, so perfect balance has changed. Kind of. Well, I wasn't the biggest fan of it before. It's basically key to how you play monk now. So if you hit it, it's gonna bring up all of these. Also, you get 3 stacks of perfect balance. I just forewarning, I'm not like the greatest monk. I still need a ton of practice at playing it, but that's what this is for, I guess. So it's gonna bring this up. You do your combo like so. It's gonna put symbols there. Depending on how many different symbols you get a different finisher. This is now known as Blitz. There are 2 that are an AoE, one is a single target. I tend to, when I'm on a single target, just mainly use a single target. AoE, I switch between the 2. They give you either a light or a dark naddle, I think that's what it's called. And it also gives you Formless Fist when you finish. Formless Fist obviously being this, or Form Shift, Formless Fist, yeah, you know what I mean. It gives you that when you finish. And let me pull out the dark one here. A quick dark is just doing the same attack 3 times in a row. It's gonna be like, boom. However, so now that I have the 2 different ones, you've kind of followed me so far. If I now just do a combo, it doesn't matter. However many you do, I believe, it's gonna give you Tornado Kick. And that's your big finisher, and that's basically your monk rotation now, is you get the light and dark, finish, light and dark, finish, light and dark, finish. General rotation's kind of the same. There is actually a little bit less in terms of the positionals. Sorta. Muscle memory still makes me do them, but the only real positionals we have anymore are Demolish and Snap Punch. The rest don't actually matter in terms of positional. Snap Punch still being flanked, Demolish being rear. Twin Snakes now gives Discipline Fist instead of what it gave before. Basically the same thing. Let's do it this way. Discipline Fist being just damage scale is increased. Also, I really need to move status effect because it's under where I have Master's Gauge. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Another change they've made here is your AoE middle point, 4-point theory now gives Discipline Fist as well. They did this basically for any job that had a skill that gives a buff. There's an AoE that extended that buff, it now gives the buff as well. Anyway, single target, perfect balance. It's 2 different icons. So, like so. I'm just doing a really cruddy example of it. So the thing with the 2 is it gives light or dark. It'll give dark if you have nothing, or I guess if you also have light. If you have dark already, it'll give light. This means, well, you can just use it to just focus on a single target. I have a really bad habit sometimes of accidentally doing AoE combo, because I'll like bump perfect balance. I don't even notice, I'll just be like, oh, la-di-da, let's just do our combo here, like, no problem. Just like so. Oh, yeah, I was on tornado kick there anyway. And I'll just be like, oh crud, I just used the wrong finisher. And so it'll throw me off on my balance, but that's a good thing with the single target is it's kind of self-correcting in a way. AoE is a little bit less self-correcting, because, I mean, AoE is like 2, or 1 is all 3, and then you've got the full set for the other one. Get both of the AoEs. I can't really speak to what the actual finishers are. They change a little bit between 80 and 90. At least one of the AoE finishers does. Yeah, another big change, this one isn't being combat, is Chakra. Chakra unlocks much earlier. They've made it easier to get them, sorta. Oh gosh, I hate getting out of combat from enemies. Please? Thank you. Yeah, so they've made it a little bit easier. Of course, I'm on Forbidden Chakra right now. That was smart of me. Howling Fist now is your base enlightenment. You actually get that earlier, so like I said, you do get it earlier now. Traits. Deep Meditation guarantees that a chakra will open upon dealing critical damage, level 74. Enhanced Perfect Balance, 60. So you actually start getting the forms at the end. Or we'll get you the chakra starting at 60. Anything before, you still can perfect balance, but it's basically how it was before. So yeah, level 38 now is with 80% chance the chakra will open upon dealing critical damage with weapon skill. Brotherhood! 20% chance to open chakra when you or party members under this effect executes a weapon or cast a spell. I don't remember the percent before, but yeah, Brotherhood's about the same. Riddle of Wind! Oh my gosh, we're already 8 minutes into this and I'm still explaining all monk changes. Riddle of Wind is new? Yeah, it's new. It just reduces auto attack delay by 50%. So basically now you just rotate it in with Riddle of Wind and Fire, or Brotherhood and Fire. Yeah, that. There was something else I got rid of. I shouldn't have updated my hotbar, but I did. You'll notice the Aether Compass over here has been moved to your collection. So I've been wanting to fix that. So yeah, it's just in here, and it's just a question mark item. And if you go to the right option, the collection, you know, where we got like our portable archive and all of that, here's our Aether Compass. So now we can just toss that over there, and it still works exactly the same. It's literally just out of key items. That's the only difference in it. Is that everything I can think of for now? I guess keynotes, Tornado Kick, Elixir Field, gone. They are now Blitz finishers. Blitz being this. The thing we just went over. Yeah, Tornado Kick and Elixir Field are now in Blitz finishers. Six-Sided Star is still whatever. Anatman is not great. It does not extend or hold on to the duration of a Blitz, which sucks. I'm really unhappy about that part. There are still supposedly more monk changes coming. I'm probably balancing stuff because they're like, oh, maybe some of this other stuff shouldn't be different or whatever. That said, monk is apparently like second best DPS at the moment behind Reaper. So yeah, no. Reaper being one of the new Endwalker jobs along with Sage. Yeah, is that everything? I think so. Let's get over to the story now. Gosh, I'm gonna deeply regret going to Limsa here. I know it. It's just Limsa. Oh, Oh, yes, another big change. Ethernets. We now have this map. This handy dandy map instead of the nonsense we had before. I want forward one. I'll see you, right? Yeah, so you can like actually see the map, be like, oh, I want to go to Tempest Gate. So I don't think it's actually gonna let me click it from here, is it? I think as long as you're on the right map, if I literally click Tempest Gate right now, it's gonna be like, oh, hey, look. So if I click Marauder's Guild, it'll be like right there, or Hawker's Alley, boom, right there. If it's on the right map, I think it does. Except for if you're going outside, it'll just be automatically be like, boom, you're there. There's the Sage's Quest, by the way. Yeah. Anyways, we do actually want to go to Tempest Gate. Another thing is, if you're actually within a city and you have a quest, it'll show the map. Or, no, I mean, yeah, it'll show the map. It'll show quests and stuff on the map. So, you'd be like, no more like, oh, where is it I need to exactly go? And so on. It'll just be like, boom, here's where you need to go. Here's the closest one. You can just click it right there, and you're there. So that's what I'm thinking of. That's why I'm like, wait, forgetting something here. Yeah, you can just literally click and be like, that's the internet I want you to zoom right there. Zoom being relative to, well, speed. Which, hopefully mine isn't too bad. I'm uploading video right now, so I'm actually kind of murdering my internet. Yeah. Meditation. Let's go off it for no reason. I'm as Fist of Fire. On rough seas. I thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate powers of Liminsa are not to be trifled with. But all's well that ends well. Grahatia's timely provocation had the desired effect, but a card has agreed to a meeting. Let's hurry back to Liminsa and pass on his invitation to the Admiral. Alright. Back into Limsa. Oh, yes, another handy thing that they've changed is there's Ethernet tickets. You can now set it to automatically use them if you are to spend over a certain amount of gil. Like on my main character, I'm like, if I'm gonna spend at least 101 gil, please use an Ethernet ticket. 100 or less, no, I'll just spend the money. I do not actually have any Ethernet tickets on here though, so yeah, I guess I could still show the option. But now it's like in the chat, it's just like, you spent 159 gil. Biggest loss is real win though. Yeah, so if I just like go into here, there's this open teleport settings. Like you can always set always use, confirm before use. I'm gonna set to 101 on here for when I do, if I do ever have them. Never use, always confirm. Before it was always confirm before use, which did make it a little bit slow sometimes. But now it's just like, yeah, if I'm gonna spend, 101 gil, please just use a ticket. Which is relevant because some of the prices for teleporting and Endwalker get over 1,000. Which, I mean, whatever, but still. Arya, your companions have already reported to Commander, and will you be joining them? Yes. I was expecting to go right into cutscene. What do you have to say for yourself, buddy? Well, with no assurance the card will be as amenable to reason, there can be no compromise without discussion. Yes. Welcome back, my friends. What news? So they have been stealing crystals from the kobolds. Thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sakar's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guest. The future of Limsa hangs upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the science present to bear witness. No, I'm not on auto because I've been doing events, so I'm not on auto.
Look who's come crawling! Traitor!
You can shove your piece!
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sickard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are.
Too bloody right!
Pirates till we die!
What we take!
Piracy has no place in our future.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place.
Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores. Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did. But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive. And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Merlwyb and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom. When they do, our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty. But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance, then? Or shall we embrace change and thrive, like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
Rousing words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so. Still, we're all Laminsons here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became Admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true? If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
This ain't over! Not till one of us is dead! Finish the job! Or I will!
It's the captain!
Captain Elfair!
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain!
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed. Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Limsa Laminsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
It's all we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
You're bloody idiots is what ye are. Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything ye want. We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate! Lad, I made ye me right hand 'cause I saw something in ye. And I still do. You've the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage. Mistbeard's vanished into legend, and it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
Though I anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfer would intervene. The full glad am I that he did. 'Twould have been a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson, and we have made peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. Yep. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? The grape? Grape? The great ship of Vilbrand. Or the grape ship. It might be the grape one, too. Now, I need hardly tell you that any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can first be wrested from the grip of their gods. And so, in the meeting we seek to arrange for the kobolds, I would have you free their leader from Titan's influence. Leave it to us. We will open his ears to reason. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years passed when the Sahagin swarmed at our holes in ever greater numbers. Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall go the bounty of the land. An ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving into claim the northern reaches of the Gnosia, which the kobolds believe theirs. Bloodshed followed, then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and so on it went, till every elm of Vilbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is the present, fresh and raw. And with our kindred's blood yet on their hands, we will struggle to regain the kobold's trust, even should we cure the tempered. Admiral, you speak of obstacles we are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I'll restore their stolen crystals to them, and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Bait. They would welcome us into their midst, not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye, and given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager they will attempt to summon Titan there and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. Precisely. He is the fish I would catch, but he will not be alone. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the kobold side would jeopardize our chance of peace, and they're my venture founders. Yet it need not. But if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain, though we would still have to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeard used to take goods and not life? That would serve. Well done, Marshal. So friends, what think you of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. time during which Alize would be defenseless. Even should we look to her protection, I am not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk. It's not as if we have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do, and had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tampering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vilrund. So I'm going to cure that priest, or die trying. I believe in you! You got this! I believe in you too! You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is so then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Alphinaud wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you all to give me the time I need. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us and focus on your own task. Indeed, and should you want for Ether, you need only say the word. Gabu, did you follow us here? There's something important I have to say to the High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you, please. I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's safe, alright? My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. All unfolded as expected. At the mention of my returning their crystals in person, the kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zadu of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. If you're ready, let's proceed to Ogamuro Mines at once. Gabu, stay. Stay. Whoop. Wait. Other side. Gosh darn it. You know, as great as Flight is, this is a really terrible place for it. Oh my gosh. I think I've landed about 5 times now. Solo instance! This Aetherite will bear us to our quarry. Should he make the Summon Titan, as I anticipate, we will hold the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds entertained till Alize's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them, and then Einzar do the rest. This time, stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond the squall. Level sync 80! I've actually earned experience too! I have 29,000 experience. Oh, that's another thing! They changed the experience curve. Not that it mattered for this job, but really anything but dancer.
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwyb Blufistvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye, just as we thought.
Now, Alize! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Alright, I guess I got in a more serious mode here. Protect Alize. We have a tempering gauge here as well. The girl seeks to harm the patriarch with vile magics. Kill her! Slaughter! Slay! Kill!
We must protect Alize.
Hi, hither. You could go without the garbage. Oh, hey! Perfect chance to rock some perfect balance here. I said rock some perfect balance. Thank you. They've already actually gone ahead and done like at least one fix, and that it used to be if you missed with any bit of your combo, it was you were doomed. You wouldn't get the benefit or anything.
You're in my sights.
So they fixed that bit at least. I guess I could have. All right, time for the chain. Yes, it's ready. Go, Angelo! What sorcery is this? Alright. 75% tempering. Easy. This tempering's too severe. Can't finish the job. So one person's ether alone is not enough.
Oh, just what we need.
Alright, so I guess we can just pick a spot and we'll guard Alize here. And oh, we're gonna tornado kick one. Cool. Really? We're going with melee hate. Oh yeah, so one big change I forgot to mention was shoulder tackle is RIP, gone, goodbye, next knowing you. We now have this thunderclap. Does no damage, we can target our members. Yay. I missed shoulder tackle. Oh no, Leslin, Alize are ether.
Here you are, Alize.
Thanks, you. I'll give it another try. Thumbs, we can't let them get near Alize. I may have totally done this with, No! I used both thunderclaps. Gosh dang it. With range. On my main character. Alright. Well. Spread them out and hold them off.
More! I need more ether!
I don't have thunderclap because I ate double stat. No, I hope so. No, you're not gonna help, are you? Yeah, I guess I'm kind of helping.
Just a little more!
Oh my gosh, there's so many grenades. And they take like no damage. 7 hells, there's too many. Leave this to me, stand clear, all of you. Oh no. Oh, he's home ganging. He's got this. No problem. Oh. Arg. Those things. Alize, now's your chance. Ah, my head! The pain! The pain! Ugh. 25%. Almost there. Our Arya, please lend me your ether too. Oh, we got a damage down, HP penalty, and infirmary. Oh! Oh yeah! Speaking of HP down, the great stat nerf. No Hemorrhal! It's too dangerous! Made a decision before I came here. No matter what it costs me, Limsa will have peace. You may have already noticed, but our stats are way lower than they used to be. Especially now that I have. Now, speaking of not paying attention to what I'm doing. Those. If only I was a range. Oh, thank goodness. I could actually, like, use bugs, maybe? I don't really need it to, though. Kobold drill. I think I'm fighting. Oh well. Details. I'm like super weak, and this guy must be like really weak if I can beat him up so badly when I have the stats of like a level 50 right now. Arya, a little more ether. A little more, and I can finish this. Thank you. It'll work this time. Promise. Oh, you have entered the sanctuary.
Yes, this will do. Here I go. Go, Angela.
Did it work? What?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
No! Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it, and you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already, so please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Laminsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
It would seem we have found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, but it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. Reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true. So instead, I will say thank you for helping us to plot a new course not only for Limsa, but all Eorzea. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Futures rewritten.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
Rat row.
What in the world is that? A tower?
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea. Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Spot? Oh, there you are. Hi!
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Roka Preserve!
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
You're here, good.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why, even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck.
Is that... Asahi?
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandaniel, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
What do you want?
My, straight to business is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Asians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire. And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die. And I want to die too. Oh, yes. I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering. I'm different, you see, from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you. So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe. I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage. But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos. While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Raban, can I leave you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merlwyb tells me, you're due some time off duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well. But if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care. Both of you. Oh, you're back. Good. We've received reports from the Alliance. Since we are all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account? No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable, but for the endless variety of our foes, this Fandaniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature certainly did resemble the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that they answered Fandaniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of Ascian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Ishtola? I have been to see Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their tempered, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the porksies to her grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The Immortal Flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amaja when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amaja claim that a number of their kind have been abducted, and that men are responsible. Not as known to the perpetrators as yet, but as the Immortal Flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandaniel's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far afield as Yongshia. They would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now, save remain vigilant. And since we're dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Estinian! Estinian! Now, just a moment. If he can be persuaded to lend us his lands, I would be the first to welcome it. The truth is, we will struggle even to find him. You let me and Crow worry about that. We'll sniff him out no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding, we have ways of locating him regardless, so if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. Bye! Well, rather than sitting around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of the porksies. They would doubtless appreciate it, but might consider taking a moment to rest before leaving. He would be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. Oh dear, are you not enjoying our adventure? Come now, I didn't say that. Well, it may not be the most carefree experience. There is nothing in this world I would rather do than write a new future with you. A long future, mind, whatever this will offer, we might hope. We'll stop them, won't we? Together? Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Glory be.
Glory be to Kobolds!
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace...
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing her that you await her coming, though I confess, I may have singed her a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
And thus ends patch 5.4! Oh, I still gotta do post game. Yeah, so shit's hitting the fun. But I mean, what do you expect? Yeah, so next time I guess we'll probably take on the next bit of the weapons. I think. Sounds right. Is it the weapons or? Yeah, it should be. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep making content like this and more. You can find the links for that, such as a link to me on Patreon, in the description below, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Bye!